Okay, this is a practice quiz on section 2.1, and then we'll call this practice quiz number 1. And what we have is, I have a function here, and we've got 3 interesting points. So we want you to answer 12 questions, 4 questions on each point. Now this is a little bit small over here to see, so I'm just going to read this out. These first four questions are dealing with as x approaches -3, from the positive direction, the negative direction, just as x approaches -3, and f of -3. And then these next 4 questions are dealing with f as x approaches 1 from the positive direction, negative direction, just as x approaches 1, and f of 1. And the last 4 are as x approaches 4 from the positive direction, the negative direction, limit as x approaches 4, and then f of 4. I'm sorry, these are kind of small. Next time I'll make them a little bit bigger, so live and learn. Okay, this first one I did like this. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a few minutes. Now, you're just going to put it on pause. I'm just going to wait a couple seconds, but you're going to put it on pause and try to make an answer column 1 through 12 and answer these 12 questions. And then, like I said, pause the video, go through it, and then start it up again, and I'll go through the solutions. All right? So right now, pause it and try the quiz. Okay, hopefully you've done the quiz and we're back, all right? Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. Okay, so the limit as x approaches 3. As x approaches 3 from the positive direction, what's my vertical position approaching? It's approaching 2. So as x approaches -3 from the right, you can see how my height here is going down. It's approaching 2. Okay, actually the height looks like this, okay? So the first one, the answer should be 2. The second one, as x approaches -3 from the left, it looks like I'm approaching a vertical position of 1. Question number 3. All right. What's the limit as x approaches -3? Well, is the left limit equal to the right limit? No. So it does not exist. Remember, in order for it to have a limit as x approaches -3, the left and the right-hand limit not only have to exist, they have to be equal to each other. And what is f of -3? Well, that's whatever value I have at -3 for the function. Looks like I've got a little dot over there. Looks like that happens to be -3. Okay? Just happened to be -3. Okay, let's take a look at as x approaches 1. Okay, as x approaches 1 from the positive direction, from the right, it looks like my height, which is the value of the function, is approaching 1. As x approaches 1 from the negative direction, from the left, it looks again like the height's getting down, starts here around a little more of 2, gets down to 1, so it looks like that's also 1. And as x approaches 1, since the left limit and the right limit both exist and are equal to each other, that's the limit. And what is f of 1? Well, if I look at f of 1, well, I don't have any points here at all. So it does not exist. It's not in the domain. It's not there. Okay, and let's see how as x approaches 4. So as I approach 4 from the right, it looks like my vertical position is approaching 2. As I approach 4 from the left, looks like my vertical position is approaching -1. Does the limit exist as x approaches 4? No, because the left limit and the right limit, even though they both exist, they're not equal to each other, so it does not exist. And what is f of 4? Well, it looks like f of 4 is right here at -1, because that's the point. Okay? So go over that. I hope that helps. And we could do more of these if you need. All right?